It's a race against time. Parliament has until 3rd December to pass a raft of amendments to the Parliamentary Elections Act.
That's why we are here when everybody is out of Parliament. We realize that we must have this law before the respective special organs get nominated.
This essentially means that the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee will have to do a lot more work to deliver the report for debate by the whole House. The committee has now begun consulting a number of stakeholders for their input on the Parliamentary Election Amendment Bill 2015. Earlier in the day, the committee met the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, the Attorney General, Fred Ruhindi, and officials from the Electoral Commission.
It is in their interest to pass this because it affects the representation of so many.
We had put in our notice of intention to appear, but we thought that we should better go ahead with this process so that we will regularize these regulations into an act of Parliament.
One of the amendments proposed was the increment in the nomination fees for members of Parliament from 200,000 shillings to 3 million shillings. This proposal was seen by some people as unfair, and critics say the sitting MPs will back it in a bid to lock out some of their potential opponents who may not afford 3 million shillings.
The Minister of Justice that we should have a conscription amendment. Since these are also members of Parliament, they should also pay 3 million shillings like any other member of Parliament. But others are saying no. These are really special people with special obstacles, special inabilities. We should not restrict them from participating in politics on account of nomination fees.
Besides, the Constitutional Court recently made a landmark ruling declaring as unconstitutional the laws used to elect army, youth and workers MPs.
No, it is basically the same law that we are looking at, only that we are now, transplanting different legislations and bringing them under the Parliamentary Elections Act.
According to the unanimous ruling of the 5 justices of the court, Parliament unconstitutionally delegated its powers under Article 78, Section 4 of the Constitution. After the ruling, Cabinet quickly moved to file an injunction for stay of execution. The justices who had the petition were Augustine Shimye, Remy Kasure, Ruby Apio Aweri, Richard Butera, and Frederick Gondantende. The petition was filed by Robinson Kasozi, Legal Action for Persons with Disability, Moses Mauku, and Catherine Aneno. On Wednesday, the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee is expected to meet with Chief of Defence Forces, General Katumba Amala, Youth and Workers Members of Parliament, the National Youth Council, and officials from the National Organization of Trade Unions, NOTU, and the Central Organization of Free Trade Unions, COFTU.
Our timetable is clear from all the stakeholders by the end of this week, and hopefully we should be able to come up with a report by Tuesday next week, so that in a day or so Parliament passes the report and we'll have the law amended.
I'm waiting for Parliament, and for us we are receptive. Once there is an amendment which comes through before the event, we can even adjust the roadmap.
Parliament recently passed several constitutional amendments despite earlier claims that there was not enough time to thoroughly debate the proposals. Sheila Nduhukire, NTV, Parliament.